EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mike, 50. Right there in the middle, 55. And watch the leg.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mike, 35. Get that quarterback. And 35. There we go.
Throwing on second down. Allen. This will be caught by Brown. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Now Roethlisberger forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Mike, 58, right there. 6 men. Solid, 5 down. Check curl. Take 2 of them. Kill. Check 31, check 31.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Hey, exit. Who that? Mike, 55.
On second down and 4. Allen, it's complete. It's goal. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
Good breaker, baby. Good breaker.
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big gain there on third and long. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, alert 3. Slam. Shoot. Alert. Hey, wahoo.
Now Allen looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hey, check 21. Come on. Check.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Check three. Show it up. Hey, let's go. He's coming. We got double up.
On third and long, it's Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On first down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be second and 7. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, now, blue 30. It's just me and you. Check.
He'll try and run forward with Connor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, that's how you convert on third down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them and allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage at the end.
Check, 53's Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, These two. 53's the Mike, 53, check 53. Here I come. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, Hack.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage all also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check, lucky, left. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Here's Allen to throw it. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than double his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Allen's throw is complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Mike, 52. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, Mike 7.
50, Mike 50.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep down. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
There we go.
John Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 5. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there in a first down. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Man, I got you.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Mike, you can't block me. You can't block me.
And this one caught by Beasley. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mike.
Alert!
Hey, here I come.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Down 80!
Here we go. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Alert!
Hey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen buying time to his left. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Avery Jones making his presence felt on the sack.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Set!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go. 50. 49's the mic, watch 49. Wild Bill.
X3.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Alert.
53's the mic, 53.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And an alley run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Right back to Connor here on first. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
White 80.
Guys, Mike, 49. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike's 49.
Double.
49.
King.
Slam.
Slacker, turn.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D.
No ball.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
They can't hang with
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Here, baby. Your trip is here.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Quarter.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Show that bench release and go.
53's the Mike.
Black,
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Yo,
And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Connor. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Here we go. 180. Nicholas, 66. 8. Small.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Under 10. 10.
Protein spill.
So that'll back him up 5. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. To return is McKenzie. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Connor. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. On second down, Connor looking for space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Roosevelt Nix, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And I want to give the big guys some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He completes it to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Allen now on first down. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We got this.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Allen on the left side, he finds Beasley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Allen going to come to the line here, first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Allen going to throw. And that's complete to Croft. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't like it.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again.
Let's get it.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pumphrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get it.
They go right back to Singletary.
Do that right there. 25.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check the backer.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. In the locker room.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check. SOS.
From the 27th, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To the air, Allen. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Watch it, watch the curl.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And that's caught by Beasley.
Here we go.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
I'm here all day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now Allen again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement, but I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey.
Bravo.
Back to throw. Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 49. Check 49. Look out.
He'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones has it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie in the final minute, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to...
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Red. Go. Green. Wide. 6-3-2. Go. Green. Wide. 6-3-3. Go. Wide for hit. Go. Blue 90. Wide 65. Go. Red 80. One and a half. Go. Blue 40. Go. Go. Wide 40. Red and a half. Go. Wide 80. Wide and a half. Go. Wide 90. 11. Blue and a half. Go. Blue 80. Mexico. Blue and a half. Go. Wide 6-0. Ready to hit. Go. Wide 6-5. Go. Green 90. Blue for it. Go. Wide 80. 12. Wide 6-2. Go. Wide 6-22. Wide for hit. Blue and a hit. Go ahead. Wide for hit. Go. Wide 6-23. 11Z. Wide 6-7. Hold it. Go. Wide. Go. Go. Blue 90. Second. Red. Second. 1-6-3-7. 1-6-3-200. Second. 1-6-3-300. Second. Blue 90. Monday. One for hit. Second. 1-6-3-500.